Welcome returning and new RJB families to our virtual parents meeting. I would like to start off by informing you of our board members and their positions. And at any time during the season, if you have any questions, please reach out to one of us. We're here to help and assist in making this a great season. Our regular season schedule is posted in our team's apps, Facebook page, and our Romeo Junior Bulldogs website. Some important takeaways are start times are all listed from the start of the flag games. Each game starts immediately after the prior game ends. All home games will be at Barnable Field. All adult and teen spectators will be charged an entrance fee at home and away games. And lastly, playoff times and fields will be determined by the OMYFA later in the season and will be communicated to you once they are determined. I'd like to take a few minutes to go over some of the important rules of the OMYFA that our organization must adhere to. The rules in their entirety can be found on the OMYFA website under the Documents tab. However, we will only cover a small number of the rules in this presentation. Starting off with football, each player must sit out for 4 plays and have 4 plays in each half. Kickoff and point after touchdown plays do count as plays, and all special teams count as plays as well. Our coaches do a great job of getting kids more playing time, but understand that the rules are a minimum of 4 plays a half. And with larger teams, this becomes more difficult. But each kid will play at least 4 plays a half. There are weight restrictions for freshmen in JV and varsity. They include 2 weights, depending if a player is weighing in with or without pads. If your child is close to weight, the coaching staff will determine if they should weigh in with or without pads. And if your child is injured but has the possibility of playing later in the season, we will still need them to weigh in a minimum of 5 games in order to participate in any postseason game. A couple of cheer rules to review, and again, these can be found on the OMYFA website. Each participant must have practiced in at least 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 practices prior to performing at a game. Each cheerleader must have participated in at least 6 games prior to being allowed to participate at the season end cheer off. And lastly, please promote good sportsmanship. Remember, these are just kids. The coaches are not paid. Parents should cheer for everyone. The referees are human. And if an issue with a coach or a board member does occur, use the 24-hour rule before contacting them. And absolutely no air horns at the games. Believe it or not, it is a league rule and we can be fined and penalized for it. Concussion training is mandatory for every RJB member that interacts with your athlete. Every coach and board member has been certified by the CDC in heads up concussion training for youth sports. And if we or the medic notice any of the symptoms during practice or play, we will stop your child from participating and notify you immediately. We will then require a medical clearance form from your doctor in order for them to return to play. The release form can be found on the RJB or the OMYFA websites. Volunteering is a vital part of the RJB program. It takes about 70 volunteers to make a day of football and cheer happen. For any questions regarding volunteering, please reach out to Deanna or Ashley. Typically, no shows are not an issue. However, we do have rules in place if this occurs. You will be charged a $150 fee and your child will not be able to participate until it is paid. We understand that life happens, but please, if you cannot make a commitment and cannot find someone to fill it, notify Ashley, Deanna, or your team parent immediately so we can work with you to resolve it. A volunteer sign up link will be sent to your email address. Please sign up for all your spots by August 27th. I recommend doing it early in order to reserve the quote unquote good spots. And when logging in, fill in the volunteer details portion so we can track your commitments. Also, if you are a coach's family, you're exempt from any commitments. We appreciate all the time and hard work the coaches put in throughout the season. This season will require 4 commitments per family, regardless of the number of children you have in the program. We will have 4 home games that will be available for volunteers. When you have signed up through the link and know your spot for the day, we'll need you to sign in at the admissions table prior to starting your commitment so we can confirm that you're there. I'd like to say thank you for participating in this year's parents meeting and wish everyone a successful season. And thank you, and we'll see you on the field.